Your 20s and 30s are arguably the most dangerous decades of your financial life. You finally have a real income, banks are suddenly throwing credit limits at you, and every single person on your social media feed looks like they're living in a luxury resort. This is the exact window where the decisions you make will either set you up for a lifetime of effortless wealth or lock you into a miserable 40-year rat race of paying off consumer debt. My name is Nick, and I talk about the psychology of money and how to actually build wealth instead of just pretending to be rich. Today, we are breaking down the 7 biggest financial traps that completely destroy the wealth of people in their 20s and 30s. If you can avoid just half of these, you will be miles ahead of everyone else your age. Trap number 1 is the I deserve it new car purchase. I see this constantly. Someone graduates college or they get their first real promotion, and their immediate thought is, I work hard, I deserve a nice car. So they march down to the dealership and sign up for a $600 or $800 monthly payment. Listen to me. Buying a brand new car in your 20s is financial suicide. You are taking your most powerful wealth-building tool, which is your monthly cash flow, and dumping it into an asset that actively loses value every single time you start the engine. If you took that $700 car payment and invested it into an S&P 500 index fund from age 25 to 35, it would grow to well over $100,000. Instead, you have a 10-year-old depreciated car and zero wealth. Buy a reliable, ugly, used Honda or Toyota in cash and invest the car payment. Your future self will thank you. Trap number 2 is falling for the monthly payment illusion. When you go to buy something today, nobody talks about the total price anymore. Everything is just $40 a month with Klarna, or finance this couch for 36 months. This is a psychological trick designed to make broke people feel like they can afford luxury. When you finance a TV or a piece of furniture, you are literally tying up your future income for things that are deteriorating while you sit on them. You are selling hours of your future labor to buy a couch today. If you cannot pay for a consumer item twice in cash, you cannot afford it. Stop financing consumer trash. Trap number 3 is the I'll invest later lie. In your 20s, it is so easy to tell yourself that you'll start investing when you're older, when you make more money, or when things settle down. Here is the mathematical reality. Things never settle down, and time is the only asset you cannot get back. Thanks to compound interest, a dollar invested at age 25 is mathematically worth significantly more than a dollar invested at age 35. If you wait until your 30s to start investing, you have to save twice as much money to end up with the exact same retirement balance. You don't need to wait until you have thousands of dollars. Open a brokerage account today, set up an automatic transfer of $100 a month, and just get in the game. Trap number 4 is lifestyle creep. This is the silent killer of the middle class. When you get a raise or land a higher paying job, your brain immediately wants to upgrade your life. You think you need a bigger apartment, premium groceries, and nicer vacations. You end up making $20,000 more a year, but you somehow feel even broker than before because your expenses rose to meet your new income. This is how people get trapped making 6 figures but still living paycheck to paycheck. When your income goes up, your lifestyle has to stay exactly the same. Take 100% of that new money and funnel it directly into investments or paying off debt. Trap number 5 is going into massive debt for a wedding or a ring. The wedding industry has completely brainwashed society into thinking you need to spend $30,000 to prove you love someone. Taking out personal loans or maxing out credit cards to throw a one-day party is one of the worst ways to start a marriage. Financial stress is a leading cause of divorce, so going into extreme debt to celebrate your union is completely backwards. Buy an affordable ring, throw a reasonably priced party within your actual budget, and use that money to build a foundation for your life together, not to impress guests you only see once a decade. Trap number 6 is staying loyal to a company that doesn't care about you. The days of working at one company for 40 years and getting a gold watch and a pension are dead. If you stay at the same job in your 20s and 30s, you are likely getting 2% or 3% annual raises, which doesn't even keep up with inflation. Mathematically, the fastest way to increase your income is by job hopping every 2 to 3 years. The biggest pay bumps come from moving to a new company, not from being a loyal employee. You need to view yourself as a business of one. Build your skills, update your resume, and always be looking for the highest bidder for your talents. Your 20s and 30s are the building blocks. If you can stop trying to look rich, avoid bad consumer debt, and focus on buying assets instead of liabilities, you will wake up in your 40s with a level of financial freedom that most people can't even comprehend. If you want to learn more about the real mechanics of building wealth, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching.